Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of June, and the moon has moved into Aquarius. That occurred early this morning, about 4:42 in the morning on the east coast of the U.S. And of course, the energy with the moon shift, the energy shifts. And the Aquarius moon is less about personal ambitions and needing to be in charge of things, and is much more connected to friends and group orientation and what's best for the group, what's best for the collective. It also goes from being an earthly moon in Capricorn to an airy moon in Aquarius, so our focus becomes more mentally oriented. As soon as the moon moves into Aquarius, of course, it conjoins Pluto. Pluto is still in the first minutes of Aquarius, soon to, by Sunday, it'll be moving back into Capricorn, but it's still there in Aquarius, and the moon gets the boost from Pluto in Aquarius. And then shortly after that, the moon makes a sesquiquadrate to the sun. This is part of the cycle, the lunation cycle between the sun and the moon. And it's the part of the cycle where it's very possible for us to experience humbling experiences. We're humbled through this aspect, and usually it comes from the outside. Like if we're trying to do something and put ourselves out there are adjustments that need to be made in order for us to be accepted into the collective. So it's a little bit of a day where there can be some ego busting, as it were, or certainly the cost of membership, so to speak. It does tend to keep us honest, I guess, and less sure of ourselves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, depending on who you are, because some people are way too sure of themselves. So we do have quite a bit of things blooming here. We have this plant here, this purple plant, and every year I forget the name of it, but it only opens in the morning and then closes at night. And of course, all the daisies are still out. And then we have the roses coming up. Still waiting for Michael to pull out this blackberry, but patience with the Aries. And I would do it, but he wants to do it a certain way. So, but here's Gretchen's rose. Gretchen was my German Shepherd that left us in 2020, and then whenever somebody we love passes, we get a rose and put it in the rose garden. And that rose back there, if you can see it, is Boo's rose. All right, so what else is going on today? We do have the moon make an opposition to Venus. Remember, Venus is now in Leo, and as I said the other day, the moon in Aquarius is like we, and Venus in Leo is me, and so we have an awareness around the practical, perhaps, needs of the collective and the personal needs to shine. To be your own, to be the star of your own show, and both those things are necessary. And in balance, it works really well. And so today we're going to find some of that balance. Also, at the end of the day, the moon opposes Mars. We have to keep in mind right now that Venus and Mars are both in Leo. So there's a lot of drama around relationship. There's a lot of need to express yourself. There's a lot of need to sort of be the center of attention. So again, not bad, just that's the energy, so we can expect to see it. All right, so what else? Oh yes, Jupiter, the moon squares Jupiter today, and Jupiter in Taurus, of course, very close to that north node again. In fact, the moon in Aquarius is at the bends of its own nose. So it's sort of halfway between that Scorpio energy of letting go and that Taurus energy of building. In order for us to build, we need to still let go of a few things. So if you're, doing some sort of project or another, and you want to finish it, there are certain things that you need to review and maybe edit things down a bit, let go of some things, especially if they're emotionally triggering, before you can move forward into that Taurus energy, which is really an energy of peace and an energy of stability. So things moving in the direction of stability. Although, I don't know, does it seem that way? Actually, I think it does. I think it does actually seem that way, because I think people are being held account. And I think that makes a big difference, because if you're just, going through life and you just keep seeing the same people getting away with the same stuff, you're like, what the hell, what the heck? So things are starting to happen, as you all know. And it will happen eventually, and we don't have to put too much worry about that. Everything happens as it should, I imagine. Or at least that's what I tell myself. So, the moon square Jupiter, the emotions or the feelings or the energy of the moon can be go a little further than necessary. So people can exaggerate situations, especially with Venus and Mars and Leo. But stay the course here. Try to keep both sides in mind when you're moving forward today. But generally, I think a good day. I don't see anything particularly horrific. Should I say that about the day? So I think it's going to be a productive day. And here, it is sunny. A little chilly this morning, but that's okay. We like that. I like that. But we have nice blue skies today, and we had a crazy rainstorm last night, right around the time I was doing my class. I have a Tuesday night astrology salon for people. Oh! I knew I saw this from the window. For people who know astrology and want to talk astrology, anybody can join us as long as you have a general understanding of that. It's on my website in the services. You can purchase one class, one night, or you can purchase 6 weeks and get a little discount. But if you want to join us, but you can come and check it out, and if you like it, you can join us. We have a lot of fun. Last night we were talking about Mark Meadows and Kevin McCarthy and Trump, and we don't always talk about that stuff, but because Mark Meadows was calling Trump testifying, we figured we'd take a look. Very, very interesting things going on. All right, so I wanted to show you, this is the first rose. Well, the first non-white, non-wild rose. Ta-da! I love these roses. All right. On that note, on the first rose, have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe. And was there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, for my Kabbalah students, we are starting class on Monday evenings, starting the third week. I think might be the 19th, but I'll put an announcement out, official announcement. So if you're interested in doing that, just reach out, and I will. And I'm looking forward to it. And I am going to be starting a beginner's astrology class as well. I don't have the dates on that yet, but I will keep you posted on that. Okay, guys, take care, everyone. Namaste.